Okay, welcome everybody to our third Cashflow event night. For those of you who don't know me, my name is John Shwetz, and this is the third Cashflow that we've been hosting so far. I was introduced to this game about 4 years ago, and it really changed my life. I quit my job, I started investing full-time as a successful real estate investor, and I do this just to give back and give people the same opportunity to learn about investing and get introduced to these formats as I did. So, a couple of housekeeping items first. If everyone could please turn their phone off or to silent. This is a learning environment, so people are going to be having some aha moments and learning some cool things, so we just don't want anybody to get disturbed by your phone going off. And for those of you who have been here before, does everyone know what the penalty is if you get busted?
You everybody at your table $100?
Well, I don't think it's that steep. You owe everybody at your table $5 if you disturb them by your phone going off. Okay. So tonight, this game is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to add a little bit of a twist I think you're all going to really like. It's going to help you learn. I want to ask you guys a question first, though. What is the number one thing that has created the most millionaires in the world?
Real estate.
Money.
Money, yes. I don't think you can be a millionaire without it.
I want to say adversity.
No.
Created what?
Sorry. Oh, I said, what's the number one thing that's created the most millionaires in the world?
Opportunity.
Opportunity is one. Okay, let me rephrase that. So what is the skill they use mostly to become millionaires?
People's money.
You're getting closer.
Knowledge.
Leverage.
Leverage, right. Now, what three things can you leverage?
Did I get one of them right already? Other people's money?
Yes, money is one. What else? Time, yes. Sort of. You're close.
Expertise.
Who is expertise something that is just out there, or is it something that somebody has?
Somebody else's knowledge.
So people.
It's people. Okay, so the past two cash flow events, I did this sort of subtly. I'm not sure if you guys picked up on it, but I was talking about, the first event I was talking about how to leverage money to do real estate deals. And in the second event I was talking about how to leverage time to save yourself time to look for deals, such as, like using that list that I ended up giving away, stuff like that. So today I wanted to focus specifically on how to leverage people. So, would you agree that there's people out there that may know something that you don't know?
Yeah.
Would that add value to you if it was something you wanted?
Yes.
Okay, of course. So tonight's going to be about partners, because partners is how you can really start to exponentially increase your game. It's easy to kind of be the lone wolf and be that guy out there doing everything, but until you start, working with other people, you're not going to get very far. So here's what we're going to do. Everybody come up here and grab one of these. We're actually going to randomize the seating for today's games.
Right now?
Yeah. So because there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 11 of us, so what we'll do is we'll just do these two tables here. So this will be table 1, this will be table 2, and the seating will start like in the far 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So if you have seat 7, you can get the second table?
There's no seat 7.
Oh.
There's table 2, seat 1. Well, you got got 2.
I'll take 6. So, table 1, seat 5.
Okay, so this is table 1 to the left here.
Okay.
This is table 2. There's 2 spots left that I will fill at that table, I guess. Yeah, so.
Your seat 1.
So this is 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4 is there, and that's what I'll be.
The person that invited me is running a little east.
Okay.
They'll be coming here.
Okay, yeah, they can, there's actually an odd number, so they can fill in over there with me.
I don't think that. I'm sure at the right. I'm sure could just set these
Okay, so how this is going to work is number 1 and 2, you guys are partners. 3 and 4, you're partners. And 5 and 6, you guys are partners. So just introduce yourself really quickly for 30 seconds, say hi, and let me know when you guys are done. Oh, you guys ended up as partners? Yeah, maybe swap.
Yes, I'm Teresa, nice to meet you. Teresa? Teresa, yeah.
And he said one of his friends is coming too, so we'll fill him in. That'll work out good, actually. Okay, so what do you think is the best way to find a partner?
Not randomly.
Not randomly. Well, sometimes that works. Any ideas?
Thanks a lot, Dennis.
Events like this? Yeah.
Identify what you're looking for in a partner, so you know what you're seeking.
Getting closer.
I think we'll have it in the paper.
Mm-hmm. Well, the best way to find a partner is to be a great partner yourself. And as you grow and become a good partner, people will start to notice that and they'll start coming to you. You won't even have to go out there and look for them. They'll just start to become attracted to you. And I'm not only just talking about business, this happens in personal relationships too. Be the person who you want to attract. Okay? So let me just be clear that when I say to leverage people, I'm not trying to promote slave labor or anything like that. I basically mean to work with others to fill in some of the gaps that you might have. Now, find people who are really strong where you might be weak and be that strong person for them. That's how great partnerships are formed. Okay? So once I learned the power of actually working with partners and finding great partners and being a good partner, my business expanded over 5 times. So it's not something that's like 1 + 1 is 2. It's more like 1 + 1 is 10. You actually get exponential growth, which is another great reason for these events is by coming together with like minds. I mean, one of us might have an idea, but someone might add just one little twitch to it that'll make it 100 times better. Okay, so I sort of like to think of it like this. Does anybody know what? Well, I'm sure some people know this. Do you guys know what the Greek phalanx was?
Armored soldier.
Yeah.
Was that shield, big spears? Sorry.
Yeah. So basically, what the phalanx was it was a battle formation that the ancient Greeks used to conquer a lot of Africa and Europe. And what they did, instead of just all randomly running out there and fighting with their swords and everything, they all covered each other's weak spot. They were super tight, and they were called the impenetrable force because arrows couldn't get through, horses couldn't get through, nothing. They dominated. That's why Greece was one of the, major powers back in the day, was because they worked together. So tonight I want you to do something that might be new to you. I just want you to observe and observe yourself more than anything else. It's easy to get caught up in playing the game and everything, but really pay attention to what you're doing. Are you helping your partner or are you hurting your partner? Are you moving things along or are you maybe holding things back? And step number one in finding a good partner is to be a good partner. But step number one in being a good partner is to know where you're at. Sometimes knowing that you have to step away is actually being a good partner. Okay? So even if you're totally new or you're just beginning or whatever it is, that's okay. It just means that you might have something to learn. It doesn't mean that you're a bad partner. You might just not have the specialized knowledge that you need. Just come sit over here. So tonight's game is going to work like this. Oh, that's okay. Sit down. So how many people in here have never played before? 3 of you? Okay. Okay, so since we have an even 12, maybe I'll just hop in and help you guys out. So basically you all play individually, you each get your own profession card, you fill it out and you each get your own net worth sheet. But now what's going to happen is with your partner, you're going to have a joint net worth sheet, which is your business that you guys started together. Now the object of this game is that neither of you guys are going to actually get out of the rat race until you're both out. And how you get out of the rat race is when your passive income is greater than your total expenses. So it'll have to be greater than both your total expenses and your business. So because there's a few new people, I'll just go over some basics of the game. The first and most important thing is to choose a dream or goal, because you need to know what you're striving towards to want to do anything. Once you pick your dream or your goal, you basically go around the rat race, which is sort of like everyday life, paying bills, going to work, collecting a paycheck. And what you want to try and achieve is to buy assets that will generate you passive income, which is income that you don't have to go to work for. Now, once your passive income is greater than your total expenses, you are financially free, because now you could quit your job and live off of your assets and all your expenses would be covered. So whether you live small or large, it doesn't matter. It's just all relative to your lifestyle, really. Okay, so here's the additional rules that I'm going to have for this sort of scenario game. Okay, you can only buy something in your business if both partners agree. That's why I split up the married couple there. They never buy anything. Okay. If either of you guys pass a paycheck, you also collect a monthly cash flow for your business for if you both pass it. So let's say you pass it on your turn and then you pass it on your turn, it's $300. You each collect $300 in your business. So it's basically 2 times paydays in business. Okay, you can put money into the business at any time that you want, either of you. You can only withdraw money from the business at the end of the second partner's term. So let's say it's your turn, Linda. You can't take any money out of the business until the end of Teresa's term, and same with Teresa. So once per round, you guys can take the money out if you want to, or you can just leave it in there and let it accumulate. So we'll put, oops, I spoke about this. And the reason for this is, let's say it's your turn, you're the first partner and you land on a doodad that's $1,000 and you don't have the money to pay for it. You can't just go dipping into your business, which is your partner's. So you'd have to borrow the money to get yourself out of the pickle. And then you can get it back once you agree with your partner at the end of the term. Okay, and the businesses can borrow money just like you can, but only up to the amount of debt that it can service. So that was one thing I didn't mention. At any time in the game, you can borrow money from the bank or repay money to the bank in increments of $1,000, and it costs you 10% per month. So for each 1,000 that you borrow, you increase your monthly expenses by $100. So in your business, if you have a passive income of $500, you can borrow up to $5,000 in the business because that's what would service it for you. Okay. Okay, so on everybody's table, there's post-it notes right by the doodad cards. What I'm going to do is do this a little bit differently than usual. So let me ask you guys a question. What are the two main reasons why most people start a business? Yes,
Make money.
yes,
To be their own boss.
be their own boss. Well, the two reasons you start a business is to make money and to fulfill a need in the marketplace. So the flexibility comes as a result of the money, usually. Lost my spot. Okay, so what is the point of having money?
To be able to do things, enjoy life, reduce stress.
Reduce stress.
Freedom.
Yes, so money is just a tool that you use to achieve your dreams or goals, whether that's flexibility, do the things you want to do, buy something nice. So what I encourage you guys to do is just invest a minute right now. Each take a post-it note and think really hard about this. Think about something you actually really want in your life, a goal or dream that costs between $100,000 to $500,000, and write it down on that post-it note. Whatever it is. Maybe it's pay off the house, 200 grand. Maybe it's buy a Ferrari, 300 grand, whatever it is. Well, you want it, just for the game's sake, make it under five, at least 100,000 and up to 500,000. Because if you put something that's 10 million bucks, you might not be able to buy it in the game.
So if it's less than 100,000?
No, it's got to be at least 100.
That'd be at least 100.
Yeah. And once you're done, stick it on one of the pink spots on the outer track. It doesn't really matter which one it is, just put it there. So put the dream, the price, and your name on it.